Everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Bible Bites, where you're getting Bible truth line by line in context in a 5-minute lesson. I'm getting better at that, okay? But let's go. We left off with Romans 8:19, and we got this big, juicy nugget of just goodness. And I'm going to read it back because it's awesome, one. And two, I did not feel like memorizing it, so I'm going to read it to you. Check it out. By context, all of creation has tasted a portion of glory, and they now look forward to a future event in which the sons of God will be clearly presented in the same majesty and splendor as Jesus. All right, tell me that don't taste good. But let's keep going. All right, Romans 8:20. Paul tells us why now they are waiting for the sons of God to manifest, okay? They are creature, okay? They meaning creature or creation, one and the same, okay? So the creature was made subject to vanity. Now, to be subject to something is to be mastered by its desires, not yours, right? But also remember, vanity is meaningless, fleeting, impermanent. It does not last, okay? So Romans 1:21 told us humanity's imaginations became vain, which darkened our hearts. Now, from there, it's unclear whether creation sinned, right? But it seems unlikely that creation sinned, considering they wait on us for their freedom. So that means to me, creation fell with and because we did through Adam, right? So let's keep going now. The verse continues telling us the creature did not fall willingly. So we see that. But why did it fall? Well, the reason was because him reasoned. Okay, now who is him? Obviously, that's God, right? But him subjected the same. Remember, the creature was subject to vanity, meaning given to a new master. And Romans 1:21 told us we became vain and were given over to reprobate minds. All right, so God reasoned through logic to subject creation to vanity and death like humans and in connection with us. But why? Why the connection? Okay, in hope. What did God have to hope for? Well, remember, he reasoned, logicked this subjection to vanity and death. And then Romans 2 established only God can judge in truth. So with all truth, what does it mean for him to hope? Well, his hope was to subject us to death. What positive thing have we discussed in the book of Romans that speaks of speaks of good coming from our death? Remember, creation was subjected to our subjection. So my answer would be the resurrection, right? Romans 6. But let's see if context backs that up. Romans 8:21. Yeah, it does. Look, remember, God purposefully subjected creatures with mankind in hope. And now Paul explicitly states this hope. The creature will also be delivered. That denotes a future deliverance. Remember, Romans 8:19 says they wait. And what will they and we, right, be delivered from? Look, the bondage of corruption. Now, remember context. We were freed from sin by circumcising the heart, soul, and spirit from the flesh. And we know that sin lives in the body and flesh using the motions of law. And we also know we are unclean, corrupted because of iniquity unto iniquity, Romans 6:19. So we can intuit from all that bondage of corruption is a corruption of the physical body, which makes us slaves of sin and death. But we see that God has hope. His hope is deliverance. So deliverance to what, right? We know from what, but to what? Well, remember, to be delivered is to be taken from one condition to another. So we were in this condition, and now we're being delivered into the glorious liberty of the children of God. Remember, Romans 8:18 says the sufferings of this world cannot compare to the glory that will be revealed in us, future tense. But also remember that Romans 2:7 says, all who by patient continuance seek for God's glory, honor, and immortality will receive eternal life. So we at least know that this glory will be revealed in the future. It involves our bodies, Romans 6, and it grants us eternal life. Let's go. Romans 8:22. Now, Paul tells us a fact that we know the whole creation is in pain until now. So we are confirmed that creatures are created things by God, and all creation, physical, right? fell with Adam's sin, therefore subjected to the same judgment as man. But we also see that the pain creation suffers involve groans and travailings. Now, to groan is a deep, mournful sound expressing pain, sorrow, distrust. And then to travail is to experience pains of childbirth, okay? Labor with great difficulty and struggle. Okay. So Romans 8:21 says creation waits for the manifestation of and glorious liberty like the children of God. So creation is suffering the birth pangs of the children of God being born again into this reality. Let's stop there. Boy, I love this. Do you understand what you are? I mean, it's easy to walk around and say, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a coworker, I'm a boss, whatever it is that we identify with. But when you compare that with the majesty that God is preparing for people who come to him, nothing on this earth even comes close. You are being built up for something that we really and truly cannot comprehend. You are more than you are allowing yourself to think of, okay? Do not identify yourself, guys. Let God give you your identity, and you will be amazed at what you are. This is Bible Bites. I love you. I'm out of here. Talk to you next time. Bye.